All right, we're here at the Baker Leisure Group. These are the guys that are behind the Orlando Thrill Park that we've been talking so much about on In the Loop. Chuck is here to tell us a little bit about that. First of all, thanks for meeting with us
My
today,
pleasure.
Chuck.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you. So why don't you tell us about the Orlando Thrill Park?
Well, the Orlando Thrill Park was conceived about a year and a half ago. We believe that the time has come for Orlando to have an additional amusement park that really focuses on thrill rides. We believe the trend in the industry is thrill-oriented. All the major parks in Orlando and Central Florida, including Busch, the major attractions that have been added in the last 3 to 5 years, all of them have been thrill-based rides. We also think that the demographic for thrill-based rides has expanded greatly in the last 10 to 15, 20 years. We think that it appeals to a much broader audience than possibly what thrill rides would have appealed to 20 years ago, i.e. being typically male-oriented, maybe 16 to 35. Now we see basically everything from children stepping on their tippy toes to try to get on these rides. And we've actually interviewed people that are 80 years old, and the mix is almost equal between men and women. So we think the time is right. We think also the Orlando market has matured enough now where we have enough repeat visitation. People are looking for other things to do in the Orlando area. You know, Orlando gets 50 million people a year through its airport. Disney gets a lion's share of that. We'll never compete with the Disneys and the SeaWorlds and Universal. That's not what our niche market's going to be. It's really dedicated to the thrill seekers, and our park is really comprised of rides that we think that they'll find very, very exciting.
Cool. Now, where are we at in the planning stages for the Orlando Thrill Park?
The planning stages, we're in what we call a preliminary master plan stages. So what we've done is we've come up with a plan. We've identified a ride mix. We've identified an operational program, everything from back of house to food and beverage to different kinds of parking and entry and all the other things that you need to do to get the proper kind of approvals through the City of Orlando. And those plans have been submitted to the city on September 20th. And we're in that process, and we hope to get approvals sometime mid-next summer.
All right, very cool. Now let's get to the fun stuff. What kind of rides can we expect at the Orlando Thrill Park?
The rides will be a collection of the most extreme rides that we can, I should say thrill rides, I shouldn't say extreme. Some of them will be extreme. Some will be the new 4D, fourth dimension type roller coasters.
Awesome.
Some will be drop towers. Every one are all based basically on adrenaline. So we believe the ride mix that we have, and it's still fluid, obviously we're in the process of negotiating. We're in the process of making sure that everything fits within our park. We've identified a mix, which we call really our placeholders right now. So you could go online, I'm sure, at a multitude of different places and see the mix that we have right now in terms of the different rides. But all of them are mostly roller coasters. I think there's about 8 roller coaster rides. All of them all of them a thrill. And all, we think, pretty unique for the Orlando market. And again, ours are all based on thrill rides themselves. There's minimal, if any, theming, no theming whatsoever. Everything is based on the thrill experience for the guest.
See, now what I think you should do is put a panel of our listeners together as kind of consultants.
Okay.
And we can come up with some, other ride suggestions.
If you want to solicit to your viewers and listeners, and you want to basically make ideas and suggestions, maybe we'll, maybe what we'll do is we'll launch a campaign, and I'm just off the top of my head here, and say maybe in 1 month period of time, we'll have the listeners basically all submit their ride ideas, and then the top 1 or 2, maybe we'll give serious consideration to integrating in, because obviously the riders that are out in the world know as much about this, but our team really has 8 partners, and they're comprised of people that have been in the theme park business for 30 years and touched it at different places, from management to operations to development, from construction, etc. So there's a variety of input. We've obviously students of the industry and been following along for many, many years. We think we know. And some of them, I must tell you, right now we're actually challenging the manufacturers, because some of the rides that we're looking at are prototype rides. And one of the things we're challenging them on is, can you bring a unique ride into the Orlando market that may not exist anywhere on the planet, or if it does, maybe only in 1 or 2 locations. But also any rides that are based on new technology that they have up their sleeve that they haven't shared with everyone yet, we're talking to them about that. So when our park opens in the summer of 2013 is the date that we're looking at, we want to be basically as cutting edge as we possibly can.
Nice.
Very cool. Now we know nothing happens without money. Now, as far as the funding for the park, have you guys secured that? Or are you still searching for funding, or how does that work?
It's both. We have a partner of ours that owns the property that we're proposing the project to be. It's on International Drive in the City of Orlando's tourist commercial area. It's just south of Festival Bay. It's visible and accessible from both the Turnpike as well as I-4, so we're real excited about that. Probably by the crow's fly, maybe 1.5 miles to 2 miles east of Universal Studios Orlando. And so we think we're in a great location for this type of a project. And so they own the property, and we're looking for additional private equity investment as well as for financing. Again, making lots of great contacts here at the convention, and have business partners in a variety of different locations, both within the U.S. and abroad.
All right, very cool. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Our pleasure.
Awesome. We're rooting for you. We'll be there opening day.
Okay. Well, we hope that you and all your listeners will be there, and we're real excited about it. We think that this is the addition that it needs for Orlando. The park, just so you know, is we're targeting for between $2 and $2.5 million a year. Hopefully, we'll do a lot better than that. But basically, our financials performances work on that, and we really believe we'll do a lot stronger than that. Again, we're not trying to be a family-oriented park. We're basically here for the thrill seekers and your listeners. So come on out and join us when we're ready, okay?
Very cool. Well, we'll keep in touch with you as the project goes along.
Thank you.
Love talking to you.
Thanks for the interview. Thanks, guys.